Hey, my friends. Hey, hold on. Hey, folks. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for liking and watching. If you can, please subscribe. That'd be totally awesome. I'm also offering memberships. No pressure, my friends. Okay, so now the salesman stuff is over. Hey, my friends. Thanks for dropping by as I prepare to head over to the WZKD at the Santa Fe Place Mall. And basically, my friends, I'm getting ready for painting night. Now, this is all my Warhammer stuff, okay? All my Warhammer 40K. That's not in the box sets that I've shown you previously, okay? And then this, my friends, is my package that came today that I ordered through Amazon. And this, my friends, is 1, 2, 3, 300 bases, my friend. 300 bases. It's a company called Titawu. I know I'm saying it wrong. I'm sorry, my friends. Titawu. Okay, you can see it right there, my friends. That is the manufacturer of these bases. These are not GW official bases. So if I went to a GW store and they turned them upside down and saw they were the official bases, I probably couldn't play there. But there's no GW stores here or near in town. I play at a private store. It's not an issue. But some places it would be, so you should check your game store first. It's, but I know it's not a problem. Okay, so now these guys were what are these? Like 9 something. 9.69 for 100, which was not bad. They come with little sticker sheets. I'm not going to be using these. I'll be using glue. But I can use these for other craft projects. So for what I'm doing tonight, I only need the bag of 100. And they look pretty good quality. There was a lot of choices. But this one I like because it has the hollow bottom, which I think is very important. It kind of keeps it looking like the other ones. I do have some other ones I bought for Old World that are solid plastic and are really heavy feeling. But they'll be good because I bought them on a bigger base, so it'll be for heavier models. So that's probably why they did it that way. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'll be using. Okay, we're going to put this to the side, my friends. I got to keep track on the time. I got to leave here in a few minutes, okay? All right. So I am not taking this whole entire tub with me because I don't need everything that's in here. But we're going to take a quick look at it, okay? So hold on. Let's put this guy to the side right here. So the first thing is you guys already seen this already. I got the better camera. I apologize about my first video. I had the nicer camera packed away in the box, okay? So, but yeah. So this is my Assault on Black Reach set that I bought in 2011, which I paid $90 for. And I went half price with a friend, and he's the one that got all the Space Marines, as I kept the orks, okay? And then also, too, around the time, there was an abundance of this on eBay, my friend. So I was able to buy a lot of the extra bits, a lot of the sets broken up. So I bought the Devcopters separately. In fact, hold on. That's what these guys are. So it's the... I believe you got 3 Devcopters per the set. So basically that's what these guys are. So it's the initial, I never put them together. So it's the Devcopters that came with the set. And then I bought another 3 separately. So I bought a lot of stuff like this, my friend. It was all broken up, Because they bought this kit and they bitted it out, So I have a lot of these. I bought a lot. So I bought extra boys, extra knobs, extra Devcopters, and I'm glad I got the extra Warlord because the one that I painted, let me get him, hold on, let me find him. Where's the boss? Okay, he's big enough, you think he'd show up. Here he is. So here's the problem, my friends, is I got like 20 boys, but the shooter arm, the slugger arm's missing. Because these were the monopose Black Reach ones, and so it was easier for me to paint the bodies and then glue the arms afterwards. But my friends, I can't find the arms. And so, luckily, this is the same sprue for this Warlord guy right here. So I'm going to have to just build this dude and paint him and put this guy to the side, hoping I find the arm later on down the road. There's still another box of stuff I can't find. It's like characters. It's so what I did was I had an extra 6th edition orc box from Fantasy, and I had all my knobs. I had some built Luda boys in there already. I had a lot of stuff in there because I was making a Green Tide army. I couldn't find that box. But I'll be putting this guy together and probably tonight, you know. So I basically, this is my painting night. The Escalation League hasn't started yet. I still got a little tiny bit of time. So I got to have 500 points. So my 500 points was going to be 46 models, my friends. It was going to be the 1 Warlord, the 5 Knobs, and then 40 boys. 20 with shooters and 20 with sluggers, okay? Now then the guys that I don't have the arms for, I have other boys. I got, oh God, I have probably close to 100 boys in this box right here. Okay, so this stuff I'll be taking with me, and then, oh yeah, and then this right here, my friends, this is the sprue for the Gretchen, a unit of Gretchen, okay? Now, these box sets are all pretty old, my friends, so all these guys are on the wrong size bases. They've actually gotten bigger since the edition changed, so I'll be taking these guys off the bases and putting them on new ones. I'll be doing some painting and gluing tonight at paint night. Okay, so let's put these guys back in the bag. But these models are the ones I'll be taking with me, so I'll definitely be gluing the Warlord together. I'll be getting these guys ready because this will be my next wave of the Escalation League. So I'll be taking these guys with me. Okay, so what I have right here is I have a sprue of killer cans. And I got these without the instructions. I just bought these. They're all here. Pieces are all here. Now, I do have a box of cans that I bought back. Oh, geez. I bought all this stuff. My friends, I bought all this stuff when this set came out, okay? Now, thank goodness for me that that the orc line has only gotten a few new models, and all the stuff that I bought is still usable. Thank goodness for that, because I got, you know, I got this guy here, and then I got a box of orc ludas. Okay, now these guys, this is just the bits. Okay, this is the leftover bits. So what I'll do is I'll take one of these orcs, and then I'll break off the arms and stuff, and I'll make these guys out of them. Okay, and then hold on, we're almost done, and then I gotta take off here in a minute. So yeah, but these guys will be in my 2,000 point army, but just down the road. So basically, between the box set I have in the back, I have 3 units of these. Okay, so I have I got that sprue in the bag. I got this box and some killer cans came with that Stomp-A-Boy box. Okay, so that's gonna give me 9 cans. Okay, and then in a box down here, I have some old metal ones. Now these guys, oh dude, I scored, okay? So I bought all this stuff for $4 a model, okay? Back in Albuquerque, back when this was out, my friends. So when this, because see, I was a hardcore fantasy player, and I was already playing fantasy for a while. I've always wanted to play 40K, so I had no problem making that big jump and buying everything at once, because I knew, you know, that's how you needed to do it. You know, you had to start off big. I knew the orcs was a horde army. I was going gangbusters and painting stuff, converting. I have a lot of fun converting, okay? But I got these old can models, my friend. This has a better camera. Thank goodness you'll be able to see once it gets into focus. These guys are old school, my friends. These guys are the old school metal models, okay? And I have 2 cans, okay? So I have 2 metal guys. I'll have to get I'll have to get bases for these. So that's going to put me at 11. 11 cans total, right? I won't be taking these guys with me at all. And then, check this out, my friends. Oh, God. I got these cool mega knobs in the heavy armor, okay? And so these 4 models I got for $4 each in the used model section. Man, now I scored. I was like so happy. And then I also got this cool artillery. So I guess that's a little cannon. I'm not sure if you can still use this. If I remember correctly, it used to be like the Gretchen where we're manning this. And I also got this for $4 too, you know. So we'll find out. Oh, look. One of his claws just fell off, you know. These guys are pretty old, my friends. They're pretty old. Because you got to figure, I bought these in like 2011, okay? All right. But they will be they'll be hitting to the tabletop. I got one more thing to show you, and then I got to start getting ready to hit the road. Fortunately for me, my friends, the mall is just down the street. It's like not even 10 minutes from here, you know. Okay, and then, well, another thing I have too is I got this cool dreadnought, my friend. This guy, I got this guy for $20, man, $20. Okay, and let me show you really fast. This guy's old school. It's all metal, my friends. Look at that packaging. Okay, look at that. That slides off. You can see the back. That's gonna be a pain to put together. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a lot of pinning and drilling. Let me open it up and show you, friends. Yeah, check this out. Look, there it is. There it is. Look at that. All the pieces are there too. I got the cool deal. Now this is going to be funky, my friends, because this is going to be having me pin it together. I'm going to have to get my little drill it, put little pieces of metal in there. Like what I like to use is I like to use the map pins, like the ones you use for like in your map or for like sewing, with the little ball things on the end. And then I would drill a little hole and put these parts together, and that way it holds the weight. Dude, this is going to be so awesome. And then, oh God, do I have a dreadnought in the Stompa Boy box set? I'm not sure. It might come with one. I gotta check and see. And then what I have is, oh God, my friends. Okay, then these are the Jump Boys. So these are the Jump Boys. All right, Storm Boys. I forgot what they call them now. Probably Storm Boys. So I got the newish ones. Okay. All I have to do is just put the rocket pack on, okay? But I gotta find them, okay? I gotta find the rocket pack. I don't know. I'm thinking I had a bunch of stuff I was working on, and they're in the box with these arms, because I was putting these guys together at the same time, okay? Now what I also have is I have these old school metal guys. Check this out, my friends. Look at these dudes. Okay, so this is a metal plastic combo. So basically the torso is metal, the rocket pack is metal, the legs, heads, and the arms are the orc plastics, okay? I got a bunch of these, okay? So I got these. You can see it. You can see right there when it's unprimered. Now I do have the rocket packs for these. Not all of them. I had to dig around and find some. Now these guys, these old ones I bought all together. So they were like a couple painted, some, you know, like this, and then 1 or 2 rockets, and I had to like look and search for the rockets separately. I still don't have all the rockets. I think I need to scratch build like 2 or 3. Okay, but I have a fair number of them. And then some of the ones I got just like this, you know, where I just got the torso and the rocket, but I got other body parts. So it was all in a bag together. I got them super cheap, like under $20 for quite a bit of them. You know, you can see here. You can see them. There's a bit. So I used to love buying bits because I love to customize. Okay, how much are we at right now? Okay, about 15 minutes. Not too bad. And then what I'll do, my friends, when I come back from painting night, I'll do a wrap-up video, splice these bad boys together, and get it out into the inner tubes so you guys can watch it. Okay, so what I have right here, my friends, is I have bits. Like I told you, you know, I used to go back in the day, I don't know if you, they used to have like little bins of bits, you know, all the stuff nobody wanted, you know, the stuff left over. And that's kind of what this is, you know. So I got like heads, torsos. Here you go. Here's some of those rockets I was talking about. And then, you know, these guys, these are like really older models. And then, oh, check these out. Check out these guys. These guys are old. I'm going to put these in my army too. Check these out. I bought these guys for 50 cents each. These are the old Gretchen models, my friend. The old school Gretchen, okay? And I have, I got enough for like a squad and a half. I also got some of the old metal Gretchen as well. So I'll be using these guys as well. Maybe as ammo runs, I don't know. But I got a fair amount of them, enough for a squad. They were 50 cents a pop, you know. I also bought these in 2011. They're probably more than that now. And then here we go. Oh yeah, here's these are some extra arms from the knobs, you know. So combi weapons, I'll be using those for something else. Yeah, but I just love using bits, dude. Here, check this out. Here you go. So you can see there's a bunch of legs, torsos, arms. You know, I could probably put together a lot of guys from here. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know what this is? This is this is ready to be put together. These are all like been cut, cleaned, and this is all, look, I can see it. I see both arms, I see legs, I see torsos. Yeah, but this is a bunch of boys with, oh God, looks like shooters. Yep. So nice, I got more guys here. Okay, and look, here's the rockets. Oh, here we go. So look, you can see there's those rockets I was talking about. Yeah. So it looks like I got enough. There's some more head pieces, arm pieces. Yeah, so this is the rest of the stuff for those Storm Boys. And then let's just more bits, more odds and ends, metal arms, metal weapons. Oh God, this guy's super old. Check this out. Look how old this guy is. He's old school. Now this is going to be a little harder. I'm going to have to see if I can restore him. I might have to pull an arm off of Gretchen to put on this guy. Maybe he could be the tiny boss orc that bosses around the Gretchen. But yeah, and then this is the same thing, my friends. Arms, parts, shooters, you know. So what I was doing is instead of buying a bunch of, because I already had like a lot of orcs, okay. I had, you know, I had basically a wall, okay. You know, a wall of orcs. I had a ton, okay. So once I decided to get into 40K, I took a bunch of my fantasy orcs and I popped off the arms and I started looking for 40K bits. So I have a bunch of fantasy guys with the 40K arms glued on them. So it's neat because they got the sci-fi weapons with the medieval like armor and stuff on. It's a nice combo. It looks pretty cool. It's gonna look good when I finish painting them. That's when it's in this box. I got at least 40 guys like that. And from the looks of it, this might be the same deal. I don't know. I got a lot of stuff. But I love the green skins, my friend. So during fantasy, like in 8th edition, okay, so 6th edition, I was basically an undead player, okay? Undead. And so all the 6th edition, I played vampire counts, okay? And then 7th edition, that's when I discovered the joy of green skins, okay? So I started playing a traditional orc army that had goblins and orcs mixed together, okay? And then once the 7th edition Black Pass box dropped, that's when was that 8th edition? Is that the 8th edition box? I can't remember now. It's been so long. But yeah, so I started playing night goblins, dude. Just night goblins. I had a unit of 100 night goblins. I got a ton of night goblins. I got like 200 spearmen. I got tons of night goblins. I love the green skins because of their wackiness, the wacky rolls, the conversion possibilities. But yeah, my friends. And then, oh yeah, here look, I got a couple of some old school guys. I should take this guy with me. Yeah, here's a Pain Boy. It's the fine cast. Ugh, you know. And then look, here you go. I got some more boys with the heavy weapons. Okay. Now I don't need these guys just off the bat because I already got some plastic boys with the heavy weapons in here, the rocket launchers and the big shooters. But I think I'll take this Pain Boy guy with me so I can put him together. Okay. I gotta start heading out, my friends. I got all my little supplies in this little box right here. My paints, my tools. So that's everything I'm gonna need, okay? And then I said I was taking this box with me, right? Yeah. Because I'm gonna have to rebuild my warlord. So yeah. What I should just do is just take, hold on, I don't need the death copters. I'm not working on that. We're just gonna take what I can fit in this box. I don't need a bunch of junk because I gotta walk in the mall with it, okay? Because the game store is inside the mall. Alright. I'm going to keep these guys in here. We'll keep all the models in here. So that way I keep it all separate. Wonderful, my friends. Got 100. Yeah, 100 should be more than enough for right now. We'll put these other guys in here with my other models. I want to thank you folks so much. I want to thank you so much for liking and supporting my channel. I want to thank you guys for, oh God, look at this. Oh, thank goodness I looked. Look, there's a head. Oh, dang it. Shoot. You just put that in a little baggie. And it looks like it's from the Gretchen. I bet you it popped off this sprue right here. Yeah. Oh, man. Good thing I saw that. Yeah, it must have fell off the sprue when I was taking it out. Because it's right here on the table. Thank goodness. Because I wouldn't have had a piece for that. Okay. Yeah, folks. Hey, thank you so much, my friends. I just want to thank you so much. I got some paintbrushes. We're going to put them with these other ones. I got to grab a bottle of water, some paper towels, and then I'm ready to go, friends. Ready to go. Can't forget that. But yeah, we're all set. Is that going to crush them? Is that going to be okay? That'll be alright. Hold on. Yeah, it's going to be fine. It's not going to hurt nothing. I can always, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I can always put this in a bag with the handle. Make it easier to carry. We'll be alright. I'll be fine. I don't have a lot to carry. I try not to bring a bunch of junk. You know what? We don't need, we don't need this. This can stay. Yeah, that lightened the load big time. Yeah, that's all. We just need the essential tools. I'm so much of a pack rat, I overbring stuff. Okay, folks, you know what? We're going to call this a video, and we'll see. I'll check in with you when I get back, okay? So bye for now, my friends. Bye for now, and I hope you have an awesome night. And thank you for everything, my friends. And may your dice always roll sixes. Bye, friends. Bye for now. Hey, my friends. Hey, welcome back. It's a little after 9. It's almost 10, actually. About 9:40. I've been home for about, a little while now. Yeah, my friends, the painting night was fun. Yeah, I'll meet more people. I only talked to like 2 gentlemen and the guy at the game store. Everybody's pretty much painting. It was really nice. It was very inspiring. I got a lot of work done, so I was very happy about it. So, my initial 500 points for the Escalation League comprises of these 46 models, okay? So, I got a unit of 20 shooter boys, okay? And so, my color scheme is going to be black, tan, and red, okay? Black, tan, and red. And so, basically what I did today was all the silver paint. I'll hit them with the wash so that to shade them up. And so, basically, so I have, I got 20 shooter boys. I got 20 slugger boys. And then I have 5 knobs. And then I have my warlord, okay? And then, so basically, that's my 500 points. Okay, now, I still have to primer these three guys. Okay, so I got three guys. I got a primer still, and so I just got to hit him with the primer, and then pretty much, and that's part of my part of my Slugger Boys. Only, yeah. So I got a lot done. Now, I think I mentioned it earlier where I was missing the arm from this guy, and then I think I said that I found the extra sprue. I was totally mistaken. This is a sprue for an entirely different warlord. So now I'll be bringing three characters in this list. So this guy will make it. This guy has a battle squig, a cool weapon, yeah, and then yeah, claw. So it's pretty cool. So what I'm gonna have to do on this guy is this is the one that came with the Black Reach set, okay? And then I got 20 shooter boys already painted up, and but I'm missing the arms. So with the Black Reach ones, they were all pretty monopose, and they came with the solid body like this. So this is all a solid body. I think you had to glue the head on, but the arm was already attached. They had the weapon, and you can see there's a little peg. You can see the little peg where the shooting arm goes on, and that's basically these guys right here. See, I still got to glue the arm on. So what I'm missing, my friends, is I'm missing 20 of these arms, because these are Black Reach guys. So you can see it came in different models. It came in 2 different arm poses, but it was a good deal. So what I'm going to have to do is I can't really find them, okay? But I have a lot of extra bits from the older models. So what I got to do is I got to see if the arms are compatible. So basically it would be like these arms that are in gray right now. I would take them and glue them on here. So I got a bunch of extra parts. So I'm going to see, because right now is I can't find the arms, and I need these guys for my escalation league, okay? Because in my list, I'm going to have like 100 boys, okay? So I have 100 boys in my list. I'm taking a green tide list, okay? So I'm going to have 100 boys. I'm probably going to have, I don't know, a couple of units of knobs. So I have another 6 knobs in this bag right here, okay? And then I have, and then I got another, and then I have another 2 units of boys. Okay, now here's my other unit of knobs. So I got 6 more knobs in here, and then I have another 20 shooter boys that I have to prime. I just got to prime them. And then I have these guys from 2nd edition. These are pretty old. And then I have to put together to paint still. And yeah, so basically what you're looking at right here is about 100 boys worth of models, okay? And then when I was looking through my little tub, I realized I had another bag of another unit of boys to put together and assemble, you know, probably another 20. But I know I have at least 100 boys right here, because here's 40, okay, this makes 60, this makes 80, and then I think this was another unit too, so there's like 40, 60, 80, yeah, 100 boys. I got 100 boys right here. So I think I had an even a number of slugger and shooter boys. But yeah. So I got a pretty good size unit. Alright. But as you can see, I'm missing all the arms. That's what I'm missing, my friends. It's a shame. But I'll get that worked out. I got plenty of bits. Where's the bag I got this guy from? Right here. But yeah, I got a lot of progress done, and I'm very happy with it. So, but what I was saying is so I can't find the arm for this guy. So these are the knobs. Okay, where's one that? Yeah. So these are the knobs you got in the knob set, okay? And this is the Black Reach War Boss, and they're pretty close in size. I have a lot of extra arms, so I'm going to see about gluing an extra arm, because you can see it had the same deal where it has the little peg where it just goes on. And I'm not going to find this stuff in storage, not in time. I made a video, in fact, where I spent an hour looking through my game tubs. I ended up talking about the games, but yeah, I can't find these arms, and I need these models now. So fortunately, I have a bunch of bits, and I'll find arms that match up. I'll paint the arms separately, and then I'll glue them on, you know. I'll make them work. And if they don't match perfectly, it's okay, because I'm going to have 100 boys on the table. I'm going to spend all my time painting these guys looking good, or the knobs looking good. But yeah, and then I also have this guy. Now this is actually a named character, but man, he's so tiny that what I'm thinking about doing is using him as a knob for these guys. They're from the same edition. This is from 1992. Okay, so I'm thinking about using him as just as a knob instead of as a war boss, because I mean, look, even the newer knobs are huge compared to this little guy, you know. We'll see. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I had a blast. It was very inspiring painting, and so hopefully I'll be making some videos where I'm modeling and painting and talking to you guys as well. But yeah, my friends, it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I went. That's going to be every Thursday that I go from like 5 to 8. It went by pretty fast. I was surprised how fast it went, but I got a lot done. So now all the silver's done. I'll hit them with the non-oil, and then I'll come in with some different metal tones. I got some coppers and bronze, and then I'll paint up the weapons a different color. I don't want to leave everything all silver, but I'll come in and touch them up, you know. And then mostly the knobs. The boys, I'll just hit them with the non-oil. You know, it's these bigger models like this, the more standout ones, that will get the more care. For these unit of 20s, table ready, my friends. Bam, bam, bam. So what I'm ready to do now on these guys is basically hit the reds. They have red armbands, red hair, and then since they're wearing black shirts, black boots, I'll come in with black last and touch up. So if you look, you can see when I was a lot of these boots have toe pieces or like little pieces of metal on the end. I hit them. I wasn't being meticulous. I just kind of hit it really quick. Bam, bam, bam. I'll come in with the black and clean it up, you know. Saying yeah, but yeah, I was very happy with the results. It was a blast hanging out at the game store, seeing other people working on projects, hearing everybody talking about their projects. It was very inspiring, friends, very inspiring. So what I have here on these sprues is I have some Gretchen, okay? So I'll be, so on my next wave, so right now, this is my initial 500. The next wave will be 250. Now we haven't officially started yet, so I'm focusing on this stuff right now first, because I got to come in with the 500. Bam, you know, and then my list. I'm still working on my list. I had to go through my locker and found out what I had model-wise, okay? So now basically, my friends, it's going to be hard for me to fulfill this 2,000 point list. Pretty much I have to build every model I own to make it work. It's just crazy how cheap in points that the orcs are, you know, but they're a horde army, so, you know, I'm coming in with sheer numbers. I can't wait to start playing, you know. Now, I'll be able to get some games in as well. I'm looking forward to that, so that's why I have to get this guy's table ready. Oh, it's going to be a blast, my friends. It's going to be a blast. I'm reading through the rules. I have to rebase stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's going to keep me busy. So we're going to be spending a lot of time here at the table, right here, you know. So the next time you see me with these guys on the table, we'll be putting some more paint on these guys. So tomorrow, I'll be hitting these with the primer, okay? And then I'll be going through my bits so I can primer all the parts, hit it really fast. So the next time we're together, I should hopefully be gluing arms on these guys. Because I think it's next week this stuff starts. I've been checking the Discord. I got to see. But yeah, because they're supposed to announce it at one of the Thursday painting nights, and they didn't make no announcements today. So we'll see. I don't know, friends, but I'm excited and nervous at the same time. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You guys take care. You have an awesome day. I gotta edit this footage together and then release it the next day or two. Okay. So you guys have an awesome day, and hey, thank you for liking and watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing. Hey, I'm offering memberships. No pressure, but if you can, that'd be awesome. It's the price of a cup of coffee, my friends. I kept it low on purpose, okay? And any membership money I make, we put toward the channel, pour toward my hobbies, help pay bills. I'll put it to good use. Man, I'm so happy I'm back. I missed the time away. You know, my shoulder still pops and cracks. It still hurts a lot. I'm not 100%, but thank God I didn't need surgery. I almost needed surgery, friends. If I would have needed surgery, I probably wouldn't have got back into this hobby because it would have been too hard to paint and hold, you know. You guys are awesome, my friends. May your dices always be sixes. All right, friends, we'll talk at you later, okay? Talk at you later. Bye for now.